So this is the pregnancy episode of Sayali, and also this changed Renuka. Finally Renuka become good and start supporting Sayali and Sachi. Sayali is pregnant and the show is going on leap, which I've told you people they did 7 years later. I've actually posted some episodes regarding it, but this is how it all started, where they'll find out Sayali is pregnant and everything. Don't forget to subscribe in case you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, as we jump set into the video of today.
Sally is pregnant vertical bar. Renuka finally accepts Sally. The episode opens on a shocking attack. Sayali is stabbed by goons and collapses in pain, bleeding badly, but refuses to give up her fight to survive. Meanwhile, Mandira waits confidently for the election results, certain her schemes against Sayali have paid off. Her confidence shatters when Sayali is announced the winner. Despite the attack, public support for her has only grown, undercutting every plan Mandira had in motion. Badly injured, Sayali still forces herself to sign the official declaration papers, hands shaking, and everyone around her is struck by her. At the Deshmukh house, Renuka welcomes Harini and her father, who are there to discuss Harini and Tej's marriage. Harini's father presses for a timeline on Tej's divorce from Roshni, and Harini makes clear she won't tolerate secrets. She wants full honesty from him. Renuka reassures them the match is right, and the divorce will be resolved soon, though the pressure clearly weighs on Tejas. Elsewhere, a panicked Sachin rushes Sayali to the hospital, gripping her hand and begging her to stay conscious, visibly helpless as he waits for the doctors. Back home, Harini visits Tejas, who explains he gave up his room for Sachin and Sayali and admits he's still carrying painful memories from his past that affect his decisions, a sign he's still emotionally unsettled despite trying to move forward with Harini. At the hospital, the doctor delivers unexpected news. Sayali is pregnant. Sachin is overjoyed and rushes to tell Akash and Riya, while Sayali, still recovering, is deeply moved. The pregnancy becomes a turning point, giving them both new hope and strength to face what's ahead, including Mandira. Before leaving, Harini's father warns Tejas not to hurt his emotionally sensitive daughter, and Paresh urges Renuka to prioritize honesty and peace in the family, given the sensitivity of Tejas' situation. Sayali's family arrives at the hospital terrified, but their fear turns to joy once they learn about the pregnancy, and everyone showers the couple with blessings. Renuka, initially irritated that yet another family moment centers on Sayali, softens once Paresh shares the news, choosing to set her resentment aside and accept it with grace. Sachin brings Sayali home and gathers the family to share three big pieces of news: her election win, her growing standing in the community, and finally the pregnancy. The family is overjoyed, and Renuka, usually distant from Sayali, unexpectedly grows emotional, showering both of them with affection and beginning to treat Sayali with real warmth for the first time. Meanwhile, Tejas takes Roshni to a upscale restaurant for a quiet evening, only for the night to take a turn when Roshni appears on stage performing as a bar singer, her face partly concealed. He recognizes her instantly. She repeatedly tries to get close to him during her performance, making him deeply uncomfortable, and he quietly leaves with Harini without causing a scene. When Harini notices something's off and asks what happened, Tejas deflects and avoids the truth. A choice that risks becoming a bigger issue later if Roshni uses the moment against him. Back home, Sayali is still shaken by the attack on Sachin and can't shake the fear that someone tried to kill him. Sachin reassures her the culprit won't escape justice, and once she's asleep, he quietly arranges for an FIR to be filed against Mandira. Police soon show up at her office to question her and order her not to leave Mumbai during the investigation, though Mandira plays it cool and confident in front of them. The next morning, Sayali wakes from a nightmare and Sachin comforts her, urging her to stay positive for their baby's sake. Shortly after, she receives an advance payment for a major business deal, giving the couple another reason to celebrate as Sachin begins picturing life as a father. With Sayali now president, growing her business, and expecting a child, Renuka becomes increasingly protective, even performing a ritual to ward off the evil eye from Sayali and the baby, much to the family's gentle amusement. given her usual distance from her. Later, Renuka personally prepares nutritious meals for Sayali, insisting she eat well for the baby, leaving both Sachin and Sayali touched by the sudden shift in her. Elsewhere, Sayali learns at the marketplace that Mandira has been spreading false rumors to damage her reputation. Other business owners rally behind her, warning that the lies threaten everyone's trust, and Sayali resolves not to stay silent, tearing up Mandira's threatening letter and vowing they'll face the challenge together, stepping fully into a leadership role beyond just defending herself. In the closing beats, Mandira seethes over her latest failed scheme, while Roshni realizes Mandira is too consumed with destroying Sayali and Sachin to help her with her own problems. The episode wraps with Sayali surviving the attack, winning the election, learning she's pregnant, succeeding in business, and finally earning Renuka's warmth, even as Mandira remains a looming threat, and Roshni's return sets up fresh trouble for Tejas and Harini.